Hi, folks. Hi, Bernard. I hope you don't mind me making my own commentary on this article. It really is a gem, and it's firm evidence, and I think evidence should always be used in support of one's arguments. So I'm going to talk about this article as well. I'll try not to have too much crossover with what you said, but what can I say? The proof is in the pudding. Here we have it's claimed, as you said, tongue in cheek, but it's pretty much the case that women marry for money. Well, we've always known that. We know also that I've said that many men going their own way. Men's rights activists have said that women are primarily interested in a man's resources, money, finances, usually, and perhaps other things related to that. Um, I'm going to read some of the comments by the females, and you could just see for yourself as well. I'll post a link to the page. One female writes, "Personally, I think more women should use fiscal responsibility as a screening criteria. If a guy hasn't been taking care of himself financially for the past 10 years, hasn't been in the workforce, he probably won't be able to take care of you either, much less a family. As for judging people, or as far as judging people goes, we're talking about marriage here, not friendship. It's all right to be friends with a slacker. Love the word slacker. I just don't think you should marry one or go into business with one." Another one. Actually, it's very sad. A man apparently thought this was good. He writes, this Rob Wilson, "I appreciate that you can tell uh, your female readers like it is. I've given the same advice, but it probably sounds a little funny coming from a man. Let me know what you think," and then there's a link. Great name for this blog, by the way. I love creative things like that. Very strange, indeed. Hmm. Another one. I think this came from a man. "So to run a marriage like a business, how about a woman with limited income due to working on a graduate degree and loads of student loan debt, but good credit and wise spending, marrying a man who's considerably older with many more assets and adult children? How does one prenup that situation?" No, that wasn't a man, obviously a woman. Huh. Fascinating. Another one. "The student loan debt would make the credit bad, not good, and any decent guy would want the woman not to have any right to half his assets in case of divorce anyway." Ooh, very astute observation. "You don't marry any guy who purposely does not want to help you out financially. That misses the point of marriage altogether." Of course. The point of marriage is to give women money. That's why you get married, right? It's not to make the man happy, to give him a sense of satisfaction from having a family, a sense of accomplishment, any self-respect. It's to give women money. It's very clear. It's obvious. In fact, the woman says it. Let's see. Maybe another one. Hmm. Well, this is my favorite one. It's so curt and to the point by an Eloise. I imagine she's French or French Canadian. "Men are supposed to support women, not the other way around." Yeah, marrying a broke man is miserable. And this is what Miss Pam repeats herself. "Tell me about it, especially when they start wanting to bring kids into the world who live like that, too. I mean, here I have 1 year of law school, and I've wound up depending on AFDC. I'm not sure what that stands for. I imagine some kind of financial aid. Not, not what I started law school. Had to drop out when I lost my job after 9/11. Anyway, you get the gist, basically. I don't want to go into the comments. You can read the comments yourself. But essentially, this article, what, can you really call it an article? I think we're maligning the definition of, if definitions had feelings, we might be maligning the feelings of the definition of article. Well, we'll call it an article. I apologize. Definition of article. I don't want to insult you too much, but I mean, this article just tells you like it is. Here we are. Here we have a woman who basically just tells you women marry for money and for resources, and it's their right, and it's the proper thing to do. With a plethora of women underneath signing comments and rebuffing the men who say, oh, that's disgusting behavior, and so on and so forth. I'm in some ways content when there are publications of this sort, and the reason being is because you have solid, firm evidence to back up your arguments and your points of view. The only thing a woman could possibly bring up as a counter would be the tried and true, tiresome and feeble, not all women are like that, which, as we've discussed numerous times, doesn't really amount to much and doesn't do very much, and is a deflection of rather low caliber, but a frequently used deflection. So there's not much point in that. Apparently there are over 6,000 subscribers to this particular blog. So, you know, fascinating stuff. I'll read it off, you know, just in case people miss Burns' video, or I'm posting its responses. I'm not suggesting that women marry solely for money. Sorry. I am, after all, a believer in love and commitment as a solid foundation for marriage. However, I am suggesting that women marry partners that are financially savvy. I will detail the benefits of choosing a partner that has a solid financial plan in place and uses money as a tool and not a crutch. Well, I mean, are all women gold diggers? Well, probably not, but most of them are. You know, I have to say, if any of you out there are not particularly wealthy, such as myself, I think you can actually consider yourself blessed. Never fall victim to a woman like this. When you're a man going your own way, you kind of live off the radar anyway, but I mean, this is the great thing about it. Sadly, there are men, apparently, who have money, who believe that women actually are interested in who they are as opposed to what they can do for them. But yeah, this article is just proof is in the pudding. This is what we've all been talking about, and I want to express my appreciation towards the specific woman who wrote this, because here you are proving my point. Here you are proving all of our points. Yeah. And not all women are like that. Won't cut it. Why don't you be honest, women? Let's be honest. We're honest with you, so you can be honest back. This woman, to her credit, is honest that, you know, her primary interest, along with the interests of her subscribers, is to acquire a man's financial assets, and they very firmly believe, as Eloise said, and I repeat, men are supposed to support women, not the other way around. Of course they are. What do men get in return? They get access to a vagina, and no, they don't even get that sometimes. So they get basically nothing. Anyway, I don't want to make this too long, but I just wanted to rant on about this a bit. This article really, this is a gem. This is a gem because it supports everything we've been talking about for quite some time. So whoever wrote this, I think her name is Ginger. At least that's her pen name. That sounds a bit too lofty for a wench of this caliber. But anyway, her pen name, yes, Ginger. Yeah. So enjoy the article. I'll post a link, and I'm posting this as a response to Chapin's video, and you can watch his as well. I think he covers it a lot better than I do. This is more just kind of a rant. Anyway, enjoy.